We're back in my office this week for this edition of Lamb School Noticings, coming to you from Purdue University in the College of Liberal Arts. I'm Mary Fran Matson, professor and interim head of the Brian Lamb School of Communication, and your host for Lamb School Noticings. After much anticipation and planning, Purdue's C. Richard Pettigrew Forum successfully hosted the U.S. Universities Debating Championships, featuring teams from across the country and Canada. I observed a few rounds of the action, which was fast-paced and intense. Billy talked with John Schultz, a PhD student in political science and the Lamb School's director of the speech and debate team, about the format of the tournament, the skills the participants learn and practice, and his vision for the future of our program.
So this past weekend we just hosted the 2014 United States Universities Debating Championship, and this particular format of debate features British Parliamentary or world-style debate competition, which differs from other debate formats in that there's four. Okay, I guess let me back up. It's considered to be a parliamentary style of debate, but unlike other versions of parliamentary style debate that exist in the U.S., which features two teams going against each other where one team gets the win and one team gets the loss. What makes this format unique is that four teams are in one room of competition and they're vying for an ordinal ranking outcome, trying to get the rank of 1, 2, 3, and trying to avoid the 4. So it produces a very complex dynamic where you have two teams on the government side going against two teams on the opposition side who independently prep with only the debaters or their partner, the two debaters on each team prep with each other. But then when they come into the room, they have to try to align their arguments with the other teams in the room, and while clashing with the other side while being consistent with the side that the other team is on. So there's some fascinating consequences to that, where you need to show loyalty in terms of your arguments, but you're still trying to beat the other team that's on the same side of the motion as yourself. So one of the skills that an effective debater needs to bring to the table at the outset, before they ever get into a round, is research skills. Since this is an extemporaneous format of debate where the topic changes from one round to the next, in order for a debater to be competitive, they need to be well-read on a variety of different topics. The more rounds that you engage in, the more you realize how well-read other people are. So if you want to be competitive, then you need to up your knowledge base. So first and foremost, I think it really promotes and develops research skills, which I think is key in an academic setting. When they actually show up to practice, they're given a topic, then their ability to synthesize their knowledge and then translate that effectively into a persuasive oral delivery, presenting their arguments with very limited preparation, is the secondary skill that it develops, effective communication skills, which is something that I don't know of an employer that doesn't value effective communication skills. So between the research skills, the effective communication skills, and then the critical thinking, which is paramount, or that kind of ties all this together, being able to recognize what information needs to be brought to bear given the topic that's being debated at that time, and making sure that the most salient arguments are the ones that are identified by you and your partner and presented by your team. So research, critical thinking, and effective communication are the skills that I think are developed and fostered by this activity. Hosting this tournament was actually my last official act at the helm of the Purdue debate team, but my hope is that by us hosting this tournament, this is essentially going to establish us as the force to be reckoned with in this style of debate competition in the Midwest. Historically, over the past 20 or so years, this format of debate has grown in popularity, but that popularity has been concentrated along the East and the West coasts. So at kind of a base level, I'm really hoping that our efforts to promote and grow this format of debate in the region will come to fruition, because I think it's one of the better formats of debate that I've encountered over the years. So I'd like to see more teams in our more teams and programs in our area adopt it. Secondarily, I'm hoping that this format of debate will promote Purdue University's broader mission of international engagement. Debaters will argue about what to even call this activity, be it British Parliamentary or world-style competition. But it's that international engagement component that I think is what makes this truly a unique format, where in order to be effective, you need to be able to engage with schools and programs from across the country. There's debate programs at all schools in pretty much all the countries in the world. And this is the format that is the kind of the agreed upon norm by which these schools can all come together and interact with each other in a competitive format. So.
The tournament was covered by Purdue's news service and local media. Thanks to John, Pam Deutsch, their advisor, Doug Prime, coach, and our speech and debate team's members for making Purdue look so good. In news about our faculty and staff, Professor Patrice Buzzanel was honored with the prestigious 2014 Provost Award for Outstanding Graduate Mentor presented by the Graduate School. As her nomination indicated, we cannot think of a colleague who is more deserving of this award. Professor Buzzanel distinctively fulfills the award criteria by demonstrating sustained and highly significant contributions to graduate education at Purdue University. Congratulations, Patrice. Amy Manning achieved the 2013-2014 Learning Community Advocate Award. For this award, learning community instructors are nominated by participants for demonstrating commitment to their students and in recognition of their efforts in going above and beyond expectations. Amy's co-instructor, Professor of Animal Sciences, Mark Russell, shared that Amy's nominators stated, "Miss Manning's creativity in designing the debates that we had to do around the grand challenges of animal sciences was fun and energized us to learn much more than we would have otherwise." Professor Russell added, "Amy is a devoted professional and caring teacher. Congratulations, Amy. We're proud of you." Along with others from Purdue's Military Families Research Institute, Professor Steve Wilson briefed Senator Joe Donnelly last week about the research he is involved in with military youth. What a great opportunity to translate research implications for our state's representative in the U.S. Senate. Well done, Steve. This Friday, alum Josh Miles will be on campus, and we're hosting a meet and greet from 1:15 to 2:15 in Beering 7150, the Jedi Room. Perhaps we'll have an interview to share next week. Our students are busy pushing through toward the end of the semester. Good luck as you work on your class projects and begin studying for exams. Well, that brings to a close this week's edition of Lamb School Noticings. Send your noticings to me before the end of the semester at mmatson@purdue.edu and stay in touch via Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channel, and LinkedIn. And as always, take special care.